Origami is a change words ori, kami, origami. Ori is folding. You folded a paper airplane when you were younger or thing, that was origami. You were actually folding paper. Japanese have taken it to a different style, a different range, and they've become more of an art, as you can see with the different items, and what they're making, like the bat, which I made, a few other things. So there's all kinds of different items. Okay. So origami is folding paper. It actually began with coming from China, the making of paper to Japan. At that point, the Japanese, they use kimonos. Well, with kimono, you have to fold it very accurately and correctly to what you say, so it won't have all the creases in it. Just in certain areas where creases, you won't see them. Parents started to use paper to teach the kids how to fold an origami, which they called, and the thing was, you always taught them sharp points, edges need to be maintained. Once you've done it, the part becomes folding paper. I have done, for that, we end up creating we call it bird base, crane base. Now, with this, teaching the kids how to do that, learning it. Paper started becoming more expensive. It's hard to get a hold of. So it went into the tea ceremony or the origami master's class, where you could only use a square piece of paper. You could not cut it, you could not glue from it. And a lot of variations have come out of that. But then there were masters who decided to, hey, wait a minute, you can combine more than one. Like I had the dragon, it was 3 pieces of paper. It became commonplace to do that, but you still had the so-called perfectionists, like the tea ceremony, perfectionist, how you set it up, how you pour it, how you stir it, everything is done in a certain range. Well, it's the same thing with origami. They still have that done. There's still groups in Japan who will relate to origami as strictly a square piece of paper. You multiply, do anything you want with it. Some are very minute creations. If you've been to the museum, Japanese museum and things, some of those are more than 1 piece of paper. But this then is the folding form of origami, which Japanese have formally called the crane base. And the crane is a symbol of good luck, peace, happiness, long life. And there was a 1,000 cranes. You ever hear the story of 1,000 cranes? Well, a young girl called leukemia after the bombings, and she heard a story that if you fold 1,000 cranes, you would get a wish. Well, she started folding 365 cranes short. She died. The remaining 365, and every year after class, folded it, and all 1,000 were buried with her. Since then, kids from Japan and people from all over the world have sent in cranes. Traditionally, I always do, this is a traditional one. This is a traditional crane. And as you go with it, I'm a perfectionist too. And I like modifying and changing things. So I have gone in and created more of a head. Come on, it didn't work. And here's your
very nice, very nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're from the same pattern. different one. They have origamists all over the world, not only in Japan, and each is its own professional style and degree of difficulty. And a lot of it nowadays, people can use computers and generate the design they want. But art, you can take the basic, like the bird brain base that you have right there. And when you're you have to excuse me because it takes a few folds. I am on the thing of, I like pre-folding because you're accurate when you try to fold it, but you have to know what the thing's going to look like before you finish. And as you fold it, once you're finished, you don't have a lot of extra variations on it. There's a 4 points for mine, and I don't need to look to do it.
Wow.
Because it's already, paper has a memory. Sometimes it's better than mine, but this paper has a memory. So now, there's that. Okay, but I'm going to change this a little bit because I want to do something different. Now, this is my creation, or modification, you might want to say it. This is one that I have done. There's similar, but this one was, I wanted the colors on both the outside,
hello again, everybody.
On both sides.
I hope everyone's enjoying. For all of those who've been waiting, let's call up to the stage again one of the most popular characters in the world, Miss Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty. She's in her special kimono today. Let me introduce her. Hello Kitty's parent company, Sanrio, was founded on the small gift, big smile philosophy. That the simple act of sharing, whether it to be a small message, a sticker, or a piece of gum, communicates happiness to people of all ages.
So it also improves memory because you have to remember how to fold it at different angles all the time.
Right, you have to. Well, some of them, after you fold it 1,000 times, it becomes impregnated in your brain, in your mind. But yes, you have to kind of know what you want to fold before.
A very specific kind of cuteness. As Hello Kitty always says, you can never have too many friends. Today we have a special photo session with Miss Hello Kitty. Those who would like to take a photo with her, please stop near the stage. I know everyone's already here. And Miss Hello Kitty will greet everyone and we'll have a photo session. So show them down the stage now. Thank you.
Side.
Okay.
Do you want to make something? Fold something? Or do you want to fold? Heart? Yeah, this one?
Wow, very nice.
Oops, excuse me. Sorry, missed up your protection. And you have peacock.
Very nice.
One thing about this, why I created it,
Yes.
is you don't have to carry it this way. You can fold it back down, fold it back down, pack it away in your purse and stuff. And if you, when you're ready, you fold it back, fold it back, tuck in the two corners in the front of the body, and you pull the side down.
Beautiful.
There is your peacock.
Very nice. It's art. It's true art.
Well, it's I think I'll call it an art form.
Okay.
So do you want it this way or you want it folded together?
Doesn't matter.
Do you remember how to unfold it?
Yeah.
Okay, and then here, you can put it in your pocket.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
どうもありがとう。
at your amazing costume, samurai costume. Can you a little bit tell us about yourself, what you do, and a little bit about your costume?
Sure. Well, my name is Darren Furukawa. I actually represent Samurai Store International. We are the distributors for the artists of Marutoki Sangyo in Kagoshima, Japan. So if you've ever seen any of the old martial arts movies, the samurai movies made in Japan, the Kurosawa films, the NHK period dramas, our artists created all the armors for those.
The way it's made, is it made like an original or is it modern modification?
The materials themselves, I think instead of pure iron, they use iron alloy, so steel now. But they are still handcrafted in Japan using no forms, no machine presses. It's all artists that has been training and training for years and years to create this one suit of armor. In fact, it takes about 26 people between 5 and 12 weeks to make one suit of armor.
Where do you find people more interested to buy or collect those armor? Here in the United States or in Japan?
Well, with Japan, there's obviously the direct cultural ties, so it's still used as a gift for sons, for things like that. So there is still a huge market in Japan, but what we found is that a lot of Westerners or people around the world are very interested in the culture of Bushido or Budo. And so we do have many customers in both Europe, America, South America, and we sell from to everyone from private collectors, from martial artists, to restaurants, to people who just want a beautiful work of art in their home if they have an Asian themed home.
And if it's a custom made, do you also put special molds to represent certain families?
Yeah, we are able to custom screen to print any sort of graphic that you would like. So even if it's not a Japanese one, if you have your own sort of crest or something, our artists are able to do that. I myself am wearing my own family crest that I had made, and so they have what are called the suemon, which are these brass pieces that are fixed on the fukigaeshi or the throwbacks, and they could also do the screen printing on the chest as well as on the flags and on the boxes.
Okay, the flag also represents your family mold, or it's a school, a specific school?
Well, today I'm actually wearing the logo of our company, but traditionally they would have been used by the samurai to just serve as markers for the different units, so everyone understood who was where.
And I see on your helmet you have, is it just word of the negative spirit or scare people?
This guy right here is Oni, which is a Japanese demon. This piece itself is called the Maedate, and it would come in many different forms throughout the different types of Japanese armor, and it's really just an individual expression of the wearer.
So there is different deities or different demons expressions.
Right. And sometimes it would just be either geometric forms or abstract concepts, something to make you look either more beautiful or taller or scary. Yeah, it's really, again, just a reflection of the samurai himself. There were, dragonflies, there were dragons, there are representations of the moon. Details, really. So if you'll notice, on this suit of armor, there's brass piping around the edges, and so this is something that the higher grade suits of armor would have. Also, on the inside of the armor, I'm not sure if you get that, but it's printed leather.
Yes.
So the more expensive armors would be lined in leather as well.
Is it comfortable to wear? Can you wear it like on the battlefield when you wear full armor and you go on the battlefield? How long can you wear it for? Couple hours, or
how long could I wear it, or how long could they have worn it?
Those guys were in the battlefield.
They would have, sometimes been camping out in them during the sieges for months. But this itself weighs somewhere between 30 and 50 pounds. Again, it is very warm.
Yes.
So during the summer months, I'm sure they would have been quite miserable.
So it's restricting also your movement. If you're in a battlefield and you have to fight?
Everything is articulated. All the joints are all either male or free moving. So when it comes to actual the ability to battle, this is quite an ingenious way of getting both protection and mobility.
And I see you have special shoes.
Yes. These are straw sandals called waraji.